How to live in the vibration of your ultimate sexual expression. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, beautiful souls. In today's video, what I'd like us to have a look at is the quick math, what is it called? the quick math, the hot math quick coherence technique. And why do I want to share this with you today? I want to share this with you today because it's a beautiful technique that the Heart Math Institute proposed that looks at how we can bring into alignment our head and our heart. And this is really what step number, what are we on? We're on step number 6. This is what step number 6 is all about, is about us really connecting with the coherence of who we are. This is what the vibration of who we are is. And it's been a very, very interesting journey for me over the last few weeks, actually. The last 2 weeks have been quite interesting. And what's been coming up for me is the following. So this is, let's say, for example, this is the core of who I am, as we know, is the vibration of freedom, okay? So here I am emitting the electromagnetic frequency of freedom. So this is the core of who I am. And when I'm in the core of who I am, there's a stability, there's a peace. And when we're connected with the vibration of who we are, we feel this inner confidence and this inner peace. Now, what also happens is that this is the heart. When we're listening to the heart, there's a peace. But then we also have the mind. So here we have, I'm going to draw the mind. So here we are. And here is the mind. And the mind is all these expectations. The mind is all of the I shoulds. The mind is all of the pressure. Now, what often happens is that a disconnect happens between our mind and our head. And the head is where all the belief systems of I am not good enough are usually found. Now, when we are trying to make a decision, when we're trying to make any form of decision in our lives, what happens often is there is a disconnect between the head and the heart. So the head is telling you one thing. The head is looking for the security. The head is looking for the looking good. The head is looking for different things to what the heart is looking for. Because the head works in the physical reality, but the heart works on feelings. So there is a disconnect because we are a spiritual being having a human experience. And often what happens is that there's this deep sadness and this anxiety. We're talking about stress. So what is stress? What is anxiety? Well, for me, when we experience these emotions that cause our heart rate to fluctuate and our pattern to be chaotic, it's when we're in this space of disconnect. Our human self wants the security. Our human self wants financial stability. Our human self wants our partners to make us feel in a particular way. But then the soul wants more, it wants an energy. And for me, this freedom I'm seeing is manifested in the form of fire, okay, passion. I'm a very passionate, excited, fired energy. And when you want to be this energy and the head is telling you something different, there's a disconnect. So in today's video, we're going to have a look at how can we connect the two. Because if you're constantly choosing between the head and the heart, what's going to happen? Type in the comment section below. What do you feel will happen? What do you think is going to happen? If you're constantly in this disconnect between the head and the heart, what's going to happen if there is no coherence, no psychophysiological coherence? Your heart is beating chaotically, your head is wanting one thing, your heart is wanting another thing. No wonder people go crazy. No wonder people have breakdowns. So what do you think is going to happen to you? Imagine in 3 years' time, what will your life be like if you continue to live in dis-ease, in discoherence, in psychophysiological incoherence, what will your future look like in 3 years? Which is why today I'd like us to have a look at this technique. It's just one of the many different techniques where we can bring ourselves into coherence. And what the heart math quick coherence technique does is it brings into harmony your respiration, so your breathing, your heart rate variation, so the amount of times that your heart varies, and your blood pressure rhythm. So it brings into your blood pressure is the pressure, because depending on how fast your heart is beating, if it's chaotic, then your blood pressure is going to be going through the roof because it's a lot of pressure. So we want to calm that down to bring the body into more of a coherence and an ease. So this technique is going to bring you into the natural state where you can live from the vibration of your heart and it connects with the head. Wouldn't that be amazing if our heart and our head were connected? Because we need the head. We need our cognitive functioning because we're human. We need to know how to think, to reason, to remember. So we need all of these aspects of ourselves. So how do we do this? Very easy. All that we do is we connect with our breath and we focus on our breathing. The breath connects the heart and the mind. Write that down. The breath connects the heart and the mind. It's beautiful, isn't it? So when we're in a chaotic state, it takes longer and we take deeper breaths. That's how you know that you're in that chaotic state. Like how are you breathing? So what we do is we focus on the breath and we become aware of what state we're in. Chaos or peace. Now, studies show that in 3 minutes, your mind is going to wander 30 times. In 5 minutes, your mind is going to wander 50 times. Write that down. So in the 3 minutes that I invite you to always connect with the vibration of your heart, your mind is going to wander 30 times. Isn't that amazing to know that it's scientifically proven and it's not anything that you're doing wrong? So when your mind wanders, you just firmly bring it back, or you let it go, and you bring your attention back to breathing. And once you've brought your attention back to the breath, you focus on a positive emotion. You focus on joy, warmth, love, inner freedom, whatever that emotion is of who you are, and you connect with that. And then your mind's going to wander. And then you bring your breath back, you'll bring your awareness back to your breath, and then you connect again to that positive emotion. Very powerful. And you do this for 30 seconds. See, connecting with your heart is so, so powerful. And this is where we're going to be completing this step, is because the heart is the source of all spiritual wisdom. The heart connects you with your truth. The heart connects you with source. The heart connects you with everyone and everything around you. The ancient Egyptians thought it was the ultimate source of life. We've mentioned that before. And it's not just a pump. Yes, the human, I've always said to you guys that the body is our most amazing gift, because the body tells us where we are out of alignment, where we're not living authentically who we are. And this is the body. Our body is our greatest gift. And what's very interesting is that neurocardiology now talks about how the heart has its own intrinsic nervous system, which means that the heart has an ability to think, ability to make decisions, ability to demonstrate a type of learning and a type of memory. So the heart itself is creating memories and sending signals. The heart itself, scientifically, is now proven to be sending more messages to the head than the head sending to the heart. So who is in control? Who is in control? Outside of you, in control, affecting your behavior? Or are you in control? You're in control by connecting with the breath. This is what's powerful. This is if you want one step, is just focus on your breathing. The heart is now also, it's been found out that it is also a hormonal gland, and it secretes hormones. It secretes oxytocin, which is the feel-good hormone, makes you feel good. And when you feel good, you feel connected. You feel bonded. So it makes sense that the heart secretes this hormone that connects you and bonds you with everyone. It plays a vital part in us connecting to our intuition, because if you are feeling separated, if you are in that duality, if you are in the disconnect, then it's not impossible but difficult for us to connect with our higher power and our intuition. So the heart is the unity consciousness and the brain is the duality consciousness. So if we want to live the vibration of our ultimate sexual expression, it's about living in the awareness of the power of the breath. So the willingness within me to just breathe greets the willingness within you who wants to just breathe. Any questions, feel free to write in the comment section below. I've had an incredible journey with you over the last 5 videos in this step of vibrancy. Namaste to all of you. The light within me greets the light within you. The flame within me greets the flame within you. The freedom within me greets the freedom within you. Namaste, beautiful souls. We will see you in our final step, which is step number 7, expanding and emancipation. And we'll see you in the next video. See you soon. Bye.